You can create any kind of song or library report that you may need. You can print it to paper, or you can export it to a text file for importing into other kinds of software, word processors, or database programs. Here's the reports window in Music One version 5. The names of the report layouts or templates that you've already created are in the first column. To print one, you select the name and then click the print button, and you can then select the categories you want to be included in the report. The Mode button gives you some print options. The 3 on top tell Music One to print the report to paper. The 3 below tell it to print to file, either fixed width, comma, or tab delimited. You can tell it how to name the report. If you want the report name to include the date it is created, you can tell Music One how to date it. So I might name the report Spins, and then put MMDDYY in the date field. Then the file will be named spins, month, date, year.txt. The date format field is rarely used. It is used when the data in your report is going to include a date from within your song card. So, for example, if you created a report that included the date the songs were added to the library, with this field, you can set how that date is going to be printed, either month, day, year, year, date, month, or many other ways. Report type gives several choices. Most reports will be song reports, so print songs will be the selection. To do a report for your non-music tracks, jingles, promos, and such things, you choose the print non-music tracks selection. There are a few other options here about whether or not to print headings or library statistics. The days field is used when you're going to do a spin report or a total play report. If you want a song report showing total spins on songs over the past 7 days, you would enter 7 in the field, or 30 for a total month report. If you're not printing a spin report, then it makes no difference what number might be in this field. It won't be used unless your report includes what we call a plays in period field. The Sort Tracks By selection tells Music One how to alphabetize the report. You might want the report to be sorted by category, and then have the songs in each category alphabetized by artist name. Click the check mark to have the report sorted in reverse order. The only time you might use this would be if you were doing a spin report where you would want the most played songs to be at the top of the list and the least played to be at the bottom. The next 3 boxes tell the software whether or not to print the headings and how to do page breaks. You can get each song to be printed with a category history or a rotation chart. The best thing to do here would be to print a very short report so you can actually see what you get with these options. That would be the same with the print statistics option. If I were going to do a spin report for the month of July, then I'd select the last day of the month in this field, and Music One would then make its tabulations beginning on this date and looking back the number of days that I've set. Now, here's how to make a simple report. Open the menu File, New, and name the report. If you're going to include a lot of data for each record, you may need 2 lines, but most reports will require only 1 line of data. Click inside the empty square to get a field selected. To the right, click the drop-down menu and you'll see all the data fields available on your song cards. Select a field, then click the Add button. Select another field, and add, and another, and add. Now, arrange your fields in the order you want them to be printed across the page. I want my category to be first, and then my artist, and then my title. Next, I want to set the column positions for each field of data, so I'll have a nice, neat-looking layout. I tell the category to begin printing on column 5. That means it will be indented a bit from the left column of the printed page. I tell artist to begin printing on column 20, and I tell title to begin printing on column 55. I can select the font and the size for each field. We can tell each field to print in bold, italic, and in color if we want. The text field is used in conjunction with the literal data selection. If you were to add a literal field to the report, then what you type in this field would be printed next to each song in the report. The style field is activated when you add a field of data that has a style. Gender, for example, has a style. You could have it printed as MA for male and FE for female, an abbreviation, or you could set it to print full name, and the field would be printed as MALE and FEMALE. Tempo and several other fields also have style selections. Click the Notes box, and any and all song notes added to each song card will be printed beneath the primary data about that song. Click the History print box and select one of the 2 options in the History box, and you'll get a category history or a rotation grid printed beneath each song. To put a bit of space between each line on the printed page, you can select a point size. A 3 or a 4 will usually do it. Then the lines on the page will be a bit easier on the eyes.